Bink! For our final episode of 2013, we've got Vancouver-based hard rock act Faye here in the studio for an interview and performance, along with videos from our SBS Separated series from Closer and Quicksand. This is an episode you don't want to miss, and the last one we're going to do of the year, so stick around. This is SBS Live This Week with Faye. Hello and welcome to SBS Live This Week. We are here once again in the studio for the final episode of 2013. If you've stuck with us throughout the year, then you know we're not going to let you down at the very end. And this will prove it. Faye is a Vancouver-based hard rock act, a 5-piece band that absolutely slays it. I love this band. Not just because they gave me this shirt, but because they genuinely rock. They're great people. I got to see them for the first time when they played a show at the Media Club with our friends in the band Closer. We're going to show you a video from them later on today as well. But in sticking around after the Closer set that night at the Media Club, I realized that I saw something incredible on stage with that performance from Faye. And at that point, my only hope was that this wouldn't be the last time I would see this band. So I pursued these guys. I asked them to come here to the studio to do SBS Live This Week, which, if you followed the show, you know is not something that we do too often. But what you have seen in the past, through some of our past episodes, and certainly one with a band that you've talked about relentlessly, Nixie, this band was also a band I requested. And I know that you will see here on the show today every reason why I wanted Faye to come by the studio for an interview and performance, all that good stuff. There is no doubt about it. Faye fucking rocks. 80%. Not bad when you really think about it. 20% of the band couldn't be here. That 20% that's absent is guitar player Perry, who was missing in action due to the fact that he was welcoming a brand new family member. So, congratulations to you, Perry, and to your entire family, and certainly welcome, and hello to Costin West out there. But if Meatloaf said 2 out of 3 ain't bad, then 4 out of 5 is a hell of a lot better. And what I can say is that the members that did manage to make it gave 110% of everything they had through this interview and performance. And I know you'll see that on screen today, talking to Sam, talking to Scott, talking to Taylor, talking to Jeff from Faye. Once again, we'll be showing you videos from Closer and from Quicksand as well. I have absolutely said enough for now. Let's get to it. This is SBS Live This Week, Part 1 with Faye. You on SBS Live This Week?
What's that?
Scotty.
Oh.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Taylor. Jeff.
Hey, Jim.
Sam.
Howdy.
Welcome. Thank you very much for coming. Faye is here with us in the studio today. I just learned about you guys not so long ago. I saw you guys at the media club playing after closer, some good friends of ours. Now at that point, you guys had obviously been working on the material for a while, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yep.
How was it to get that material out finally live in front of people? How did it feel?
Awesome. And it went over really well. There was a pretty good turnout. There was over 120 people there, so that...
It was packed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is great for that venue because it sets the mood a lot better than if it was an empty venue.
Yeah.
But no, we had a blast at that show.
It looked like it. Like, to find out later on, like, kind of trying to find you guys again, to find out that was what was your first show, it was awesome. Because, I mean, Jeff, I'm going to talk to you for a second.
What's up?
Specifically, brother, that was a hard night for you, man. You blew through 2 guitars, right? Like, so, I mean, overcoming adversity.
Well, the first thing you
That's
overcome was
huge.
drinking probably like 18 beers before 4 o'clock.
Okay, all right, so that helps a little bit. But how do you get through that, man? Like, that's an intense moment on stage. Do you feel the pressure in that kind of
I just do it. I've been playing for a long time. It's
Yeah.
happened before.
Okay. 2 guitars has happened before? Because you went through 2 that
Oh,
night,
the
didn't
second
you?
one, I was missing a 9-volt for that because my fellow
okay.
bass player in my other band, Quartered,
Right,
borrowed it.
right.
Came pretty prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
But good thing closer, were great guys and they jumped to it right away.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I was going to ask, if Trevor didn't come through there, I guess, and lend you the guitar, was there a third option, or was that, what do you do in that
You could have
moment?
taken my guitar, I don't really play.
Okay. You're just standing there holding that thing?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Tell me about it from the other perspective, not from Jeff's perspective, but from you guys when that's happening on stage. What kind of goes through your mind? How do you get through those kind of moments? You guys are all seasoned musicians.
When Jeff's guitar breaks?
Yeah, or if any instrument goes down, right? Like, is there a way to get through it, or like you just you're just keeping the beat and hoping for the best, or how do you know when it's time to just cut everything off and like?
I don't think that's really ever a good option. It's just cut anything off. I think we've been doing it for a while, and we kind of have backup plans when something happens. Like I bring extra drums, and then if there's a lull in like between when we have to fix something, then sometimes the other guys can just, I can play a beat or something.
Yeah. Smooth it over with the old 3/4 until they get back in line. Right? Yeah. 2 guitars later, right, brother?
I don't think I even knew what was going on for the first half of it, to be honest. I didn't really realize. I don't think I really realized.
From the footage I've seen, I think you're right.
Yeah.
And I watched it too, and he seems like he's all right here. And, okay, he noticed right there. and you can see
totally.
It, right?
Yeah, I turned it fair. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me that. Okay, we got gnomes everywhere here. You're catching these, right? Gnomes? We got gnomes on film? I'm hoping we get some gnomes on film.
Yeah.
Faye have set themselves up here quite nicely.
I love that sound.
The SBS separated videos are still continuing to post up until the end of this year. Check them out. If you haven't seen them yet, go to youtube.com/sleepingbagstudios and see what's up. I want to show you a song called Lessula that was recorded here at Sleeping Bag Studios by our friend at Everyday Music TV, Rod Matheson. He was kind enough to provide us with the footage, and we were nice enough to fuck with it. So here's all kinds of editing and weird effects and a song from the band Closer on SBS Live This Week. Tell me about past a little bit, because I'm obviously brand new to you guys, and you're all coming from somewhere. You're all coming from established Vancouver bands, as far as I'm reading. Tell me about where you're coming from. How'd you get into Faye?
Well, we used to jam, like me, Jeff and Sam used to jam in like grade
6 and 7.
6 or 7.
Okay.
And then, we just did it for fun. And then in high school, Jeff and I joined another band, Quartered.
Yeah.
And then we kind of stopped jamming with Sam.
Right.
And then over like just a couple of years ago, we had this idea, and yeah, we decided to just do it. And that's kind of how we showed up.
Me, Jeff, and Scott have always enjoyed jamming together, and it's always been very easy to do. Like, cause I haven't like lived in Vancouver. Like when I was 18, I basically moved to Fino, and then like from that point, I just like kept moving to like other islands, like the Gulf Islands, or traveling. So I was really never in Vancouver for like 7 years.
Right.
So I always wanted to be in a band, but clearly I couldn't. Even when I like would move to like Australia or New Zealand, I'm not there long enough to actually join a band.
Okay.
So basically, I played a lot of acoustic music at that point.
Right.
And then when I finally came back and I knew I was going to stay here for a while, before I finally moved back to Vancouver, I went on tour actually with Quartered across Canada. I was like the roadie, or just another person in the van, really.
Yeah,
But and then we just talked a lot, and then as soon as we got back, we kind of just like started jamming, and then through friends of friends or fellow workers and whatnot, we got Perry, and then through Perry we got Taylor, and they were in a bunch of bands when they were younger too.
Okay, so you and Perry came as a set as well, Taylor?
Not really. I've been a drummer in bands for over a decade, and Perry was the guitar player and singer in one of the bands I played in, and
Shift Kit?
I played in Shift Kit. Perry wasn't in that, but we played in Absence and Caustic and Champions of the Wild together.
Okay.
And then, he knew I kind of tinkered with the bass a little bit and asked me to come out and jam with these guys, and it clicked, and it was fun, and they've kept me around ever since, which I'm happy about.
Not bad, man.
I keep trying to give them excuses to give me the boot, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet.
That's impressive. That's impressive. Yeah, no, they look like they'd put up with a lot, though. You know? Well, Sam, how about for yourself? Like, if you've kind of been that roamer in the past, what changed? Like, what made it so that you're rooted now and not just up and going to leave these guys in a couple of months?
Well, I am. Actually. I am in a couple of months, for just a month and a bit though, which is like probably my shortest trip ever.
Okay.
But that's for family reasons, and going back to New Zealand for the 3rd time, which I'm excited about. But I've always wanted to be in a band. I've loved music so much my whole life, and doing acoustic music is really fun, but it doesn't do justice. Like, especially for me, like I will just write melody and it's on the guitar and it's just something to sing to. You know, like I wish I could play crazy lead guitar, but I can't, and I can't drum or shit, but you know, and it's just awesome being with like friends from grade 3, like you've known forever, and writing music, and it happens pretty quick. Like, we've decided that before practice now we have this little Zoom, and it's just like click record as soon as we walk in, because for the first half an hour we freestyle and we like don't stop, and all of a sudden we're like, that was rad, do you remember what you did? You're like, no.
Yeah.
So
no one
now
ever
we got
remembers
it,
what
now
they
we got
did,
it, right? And like
yeah.
that's basically how we write too.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know, I'm just really, really happy. And
well, how is that going as far as the writing process goes? Because you guys are playing live shows now. Is there anything recorded that I'm missing, or like have you guys put out an album already, or
we
what's going on?
We haven't actually officially released it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've given out drop cards, a couple of drop cards, for you guys.
Right on.
And shirts.
Wicked. Yeah. So then I have to get the tattoo after.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good hustle you guys are working there.
Yeah, it's actually a big thing with the tattoos.
Tell me a little bit about that. I know that story. These guys out there don't yet. So people are tattooing.
When I was living in know, that's when I originally came up with the name Faye.
Yeah.
And I called myself that as when I played acoustic shows, like
Okay.
6 years ago. And then when I lived on Salt Spring, I had never tattooed before, and I was at my friend's house, and there was a little bit of drinking that happened, and he told me he had a tattoo machine, and I was like, awesome, let's set it up.
Yeah.
And we looked on like YouTube how to set it up, and then I tattooed Faye on myself, and then I tattooed him and these two girls that were also there with Faye.
Right.
And this was before the band, and then the band happened, and then before you know it, I don't know, I think like 12 or 13 people I've tattooed Faye on now. But
That's
usually it's stick and
decent.
poke, like just like a sewing needle and a chopstick. And
Right.
calligraphy ink.
And just like you said, a little bit of drinking.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah.
3 people in one night, that's a lot of drinking, man. That's awesome.
4 people in one night, yeah.
4, well, by the end, 4, eh?
Yeah.
Sick.
So,
But
it's
that's
it's a
awesome,
really
right?
fun little thing we got going. I don't know.
I think that's really cool. Like, I can imagine going months and months and months and years again before I hear that there are people getting tattooed with a band's name on
So
it.
back to the butt plug idea of the
Yeah.
shows. We just thought it'd be sweet, like after I said it, we just like tattooed our band name on people for free.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I just don't know how many venues would allow it.
Right beside the merch table, just spread out
It
booze.
comes with some Hep C too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so you touched on the when I was talking to you before the interview here.
Yeah.
I'll grab my paper here for a moment.
Yeah.
It's not my words. You talked about the word Fae itself, which I actually did look up because I know it is a word, but I wasn't sure what it meant. The definitions I got were giving an impression of vague unworldliness or mystery, or having supernatural powers of clairvoyance. So what do you think? I mean, your definition was what again?
Destined to die,
Okay.
basically like fate.
Yeah.
And then the other one was like supernatural, like fey creatures, which are gnomes. These
Gnome.
guys. And yeah, all the other creatures that we haven't seen in real life.
Like, it's close enough, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's one of those. I don't know. It's a good name for a band once you look up the meaning, no matter which one you find.
Yeah.
It seems like it's at least cloaked in a little bit of mystery, right?
Yeah,
People
exactly.
have to dig into what you guys are all about
sure.
to figure out what Fae is, right?
Well, I think everyone had an old English lady that worked at your school, probably named Faye too.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Or the lunch lady.
Exactly, the lunch lady, yeah.
Fae.
Yeah.
I have held these guys back on this episode long enough. So here, for you to enjoy, is Faye with a song called Replaceable History on SBS Live This Week. There's a couple things that were on your pages that I thought were really cool as well. Checking out like social media pages like Facebook and whatnot. First of all, the description for Faye was wicked. It's just
What is
Faye.
it?
Yeah, that was it. Which I love.
Let's get out our knives.
Yeah. But there was also that that point that you guys made about winning over an audience 1 gig at a time, which kind of sounds like, you know, it's like an indie battle cry. I like that. I get that whole musical Braveheart picture going on in my head, and you guys charging the stage. But,
Well, I mean, social media is a huge thing these days. I'm personally really bad at it. But I think that, I mean, as hard as you try to make things happen on social media, I still think it's all about the live show.
right.
I prefer that anyways. Like, I mean, say 10 new people that have never seen you come to each show. That's 10 new people, and hopefully that they talk about you to their friends and whatnot. And like,
Right.
and then if you don't continue playing, then they're not going to bring those friends to prove it to them. And, you know,
Yeah.
so unless you keep it up, really, yeah, people won't stay interested if they don't have things to go and see, I don't think.
Yeah, I think social media is just it's a tool, but
Yeah.
you know, it's a tool to get people to what the
Yeah.
main thing is, which is like the live music, right?
Right. Ooh, I've been talking about that a lot lately, and I mean, you guys have been in other bands, so you probably understand this already, but that idea of getting people to come out continually to your shows, your friends and your family, on show like 8 or 9th of your career, is already a little bit of a tough battle, right?
For sure,
But
yeah.
it seems to be the way to get people out is to show them something first on the internet and
Well,
then have them come out, right?
Part of the problem with it too is a lot of our songs take, you know, you got to almost invest some time into them, see where
Yeah.
the songs go.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have any real commercial club bangers that are like catchy right off the
Right.
bat. You kind of got to sit with
Right.
them and, you know, wait through the song and see where it goes.
Yeah.
So we understand that probably not a lot of people are going to sit down and listen to like, you know, a 10-minute song for the cool part at the end, right?
Right.
So our idea with it is hit it live as hard as we can and kind of have that as our niche kind of
Okay, yeah.
energetic live performance to kind of
The real
suck
strength of the
people
band,
in.
right?
Yeah.
Which is also why we decided to, like, our EP, we recorded live off the floor, and we've done 3 tracks since the EP that aren't fully done, and we're going to do another 3 either in December or the beginning of January.
Wicked.
So hopefully in the new year we'll have a full LP with 10 songs.
Yeah.
But they're all live off the floor, and I personally, I do like the sound. I like having the hiccups every once in a while in there too.
The human element.
Yeah, and then also that way, if you hear like, you know, a super polished album of some of your favorite bands, and then you go see them and they suck, that sucks.
Right,
Whereas if they like you on record and then you're better live because they can see you and you're like going super hard,
Yeah.
that is the best.
Yeah.
I think. I
Absolutely.
think that's the best.
Yeah. No, good call.
Don't set the bar too high. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Like I came out of that show, Jeff, obviously you had 2 guitar issues. You guys made it through, you plowed through like champions, and I came out of that show going, Faye was a kick-ass band, and I want to hear them again. I don't honestly pursue a ton of bands or really, I've thrown a couple of ads out there more or less, but for the most part we get approached by people. It's awesome to be able to reach out to you guys and have you come by like this, because that's wicked.
Yeah.
We got beers being tossed everywhere. I'm loving this.
It's from a gnome,
I'm
too.
loving it.
It's from a gnome.
That's right, yeah, the side gnome that no one knows about. Jump in there, man, yeah. It's a perfect break spot right now. Makes for good extras anyway, too. We'll just speed it up a lot and make it look like you guys plowed 30 beers while you're sitting right here waiting for me to get my shit together.
Progressively like a pile of cans.
Yeah. One place you can always find us, and you will certainly find us again in 2014, is right beside you in the crowd. Earlier in January 2013, at the beginning of this year, myself and the drummer from Closer, or you might know him as the drummer from The Pit, Tyler Hutton, went to the show at the Commodore for the band Quicksand. These guys have absolutely slayed it throughout their entire career. I thought they were gone, but they were certainly not forgotten. So check out a song that we saw at the Commodore from their live performance. This is called Unfulfilled on SBS Live This Week. So you guys, as far as shows go, you went through the media club, and then you instantly went back into Vancouver for an encore at the Cobalt.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. How was the second show compared to the first? Because, I mean, there's probably pretty different circumstances between the media club and the Cobalt.
Yeah. Well, I had a good friend of mine who, one of her best friends was like the manager at the Cobalt.
Okay.
And unfortunately, right now, the Cobalt's not doing too many live shows. They do a lot of like karaoke or like DJ nights or like drag shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they make so much money on these nights that it's really hard for them to go back to live music.
Yeah.
Because it won't have as much pull, and so
People
and they don't
drink
take the
as
door
much.
money, right? So that's difficult. But the show itself was pretty awesome.
Any technical difficulties, or
No.
you guys made it through that one, no problem, no
Yeah.
issues, everything was good?
Yeah.
It was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably feels a little bit more polished in that second time playing it through anyway, right? Like
I don't know
first
if
time.
I'd say polished when you're playing the Cobalt. Like we,
Yeah. Okay, fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta kind of have a dirty vibe going about you when you're playing there, but
Yeah.
it's fun. It's a fun place to
Yeah.
play.
Well, to get that, I mean, obviously you're super concerned with the live sound of
Yeah.
Faye, and that's, any fan's going to want that anyway. One of the things that we talk about quite a bit is the ability to get that live sound onto a disc. Now, you're recording live off the floor. That's definitely one of the best ways to go about it. But even doing it in that method, are you finding, like, do you get that energy? Is it possible to bring...
Sometimes
Is
some
it?
of the songs, yeah.
Okay.
Like Rent Free definitely has that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can go in your mind in the studio
Yeah.
to that front of
Yeah,
the
and
crowd.
the guy we
feeling, yeah.
record with too in the studio we're doing it at, he's an awesome guy, and like if we do all the music in the all day kind of thing, and then sometimes I'll do vocals at night. Sometimes I have to redo them because it's a little too late, and
Right.
it's just been a big day.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's awesome. I don't know. Royce makes it happen because we're so comfortable with him. We're able to just go in there and kind of just
Makes all the difference in the world. You can get the best producer, but if he doesn't know you guys and know your style or how you want to work, it's not going to work out for you, right?
Right.
So you find that person that's comfortable, and it's almost like another instrument to your band. I can dig that. Okay, I got some more stuff here that I got to get off the page. You guys interested in some questions from fans for bands? Why not, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
go for
it
it.
doesn't matter if it's coming from me or from somebody else. These come from our website. These are just random questions, and by all means, it doesn't matter who answers, just whatever comes to mind. Who's most likely to go solo and why? You.
He's got this Britney Spears headset.
Yeah?
Puts on a nice little Speedo. He's fantastic.
That would
You're always
sell,
having
right?
practices, right?
He's his number one fan.
I hold the fan, actually. Make sure you keep it cool.
Yeah.
You don't want to sweat too much during the fan.
Absolutely not. And it's good to have help like that.
Yeah,
you know?
I'll scream it from the top of the mountain. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, these always go this way.
To
Okay.
answer that guy's question.
Oh, this will apply to you guys, of course. When writing a love song, is it better to write about the person you're actually with or with the person that you always wished you were with?
Sam,
Sam, yeah,
I
you
guess
want to
that's
take this
you.
one?
Never the one that is in the moment, no.
Never the one in the moment?
Me.
No?
Grass is always greener, eh?
Yeah.
I can dig that, yeah.
Prank you pulled on another band or each other.
That time Jeff brought a guitar to the show without a battery.
Yeah.
Got you guys pretty good.
That's right, yeah. Nailed it. Tell me a ridiculous fact member about another member of the band. Whoever gets there first, I guess, to burn the other guy.
Well, the one guy who isn't here, I heard the story today.
I heard a good story about Jeff told about waking up the other weekend with some chick and his roomie didn't know who that was.
Oh, yeah.
And then chased her out of the house with a bat.
Oh. So stayed a little bit too long? Or?
Well, she did sleep on the couch all night.
Actually, she was just wasted at a party downtown or whatever, and literally walked into, like, the house.
Right?
And, like, went through everybody's rooms and shit. It was crazy.
That's psycho, man.
Oh, yeah, it was
Trying to
nuts.
find,
And-
I think
and I-
she was
I literally,
drunk
like,
and thought she was somewhere else.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
trying to figure out where she was, probably.
Anyways, it turned out that she was a good friend of mine's little sister. Out of nowhere, small world.
It's a good thing you didn't use the bat, I suppose.
Oh, that's exactly what I told her.
Yeah. Once again, with a track called The Day We Meet, this is Faye, live at Sleeping Bag Studios, displaying every single reason why we wanted them here today.
Oh, so good.
like to say a huge thank you to Taylor, Jeff, Scott, and Sam from Faye for stopping by. And again, Perry, no worries. Valid excuse on not being here, and once again, congratulations. But again, Faye, thank you very much for the interview, for the performance, even the shirt on my back. You guys absolutely rock, and I can't wait to see you guys again here live in Vancouver. Also want to say thank you to the band's closer, and of course to Quicksand for being part of our episode through videos and keeping the rock rolling. We will be back again before the end of this year for part 2 of the Faye interview and performance, so no panic necessary. We'll see you in a couple of days on SBS Live This Week.